I'm sure all of these photos do look familiar. The sneezing, the fever and the chills, coughing. Sickness and disease seem to be surrounding us today, especially with the outbreak of COVID-19. We have all likely suffered from an illness that required the use of antibiotics. The antibiotics have become the #1 defense in fighting bacteria. Some of the common antibiotics are listed right here that many doctors have probably prescribed you or a family member or someone you know, the most common being amoxicillin. But could there be a better form or a better defense against some of the deadly diseases? Many of the antibiotics that we are using today have created resistant strains to these medicines that have saved millions of lives. These are called superbugs, and they are much harder to treat and get rid of with the medicine that we have. But there could be another answer, and marine microalgae could be the answer. Marine microalgae have been used for many years as a supplement and have built up resistance to viruses and bacteria in the ocean. We are now looking into harvesting these processes to combat the growing need for antibiotics and the growing use of antibiotics. By harvesting green algae, we could significantly reduce the cost of the production of antibiotics. It costs millions of dollars to produce such antibiotics, and many people cannot afford them to treat illnesses. Macroalgae have a large variety of metabolites and bioactive compounds such as fatty acids and carotenoids that can be harvested and used for medicine. The algae reduce the growth of bacteria in the water surrounding them, and if we can harvest these processes, we can limit the growth of harmful bacteria in us. Macroalgae is readily available and is the perfect solution to the growing need for antibiotics. By drying out the seaweeds at high temperatures, we have the ability to keep their cell walls intact to increase the permeability, allowing for the reduction of the growth of bacteria. One study done about turning green algae into the antibiotic used fermentation to enhance the phylogenetic content and the antimicrobial activity against methicillin-resistant strains and foodborne pathogen bacteria. Seaweed has been considered the main source for antibiotic, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant properties. They inhibit the growth of bacteria, and new research is now being conducted to harvest these. Though, we should warn you, the uncontrolled use of antibiotics can lead to resistant strains of the disease. Know what you put in your body. With the overuse of antibiotics these days causes an overgrowth of resistant bacteria. There's not enough being done to solve the solution, to find a solution for these superbugs. It is critical that we discover new ways of fighting off diseases. And with these homegrown organic antibiotics, gives you peace of mind to know what you are putting in your body. One study has stated that the potential of seaweed as a source of compounds active against pathogenic microorganisms has been confirmed, and they screened 80 species against bacterial and fungal pathogens. 70% of those exhibited antibacterial activity, and only 27.5% showed antifungal activities. They've been tested and put up against E. coli, and they've had positive effects of reducing the growth of that bacteria. There are so many uses for antibiotics and for microalgae. They've been used in acne treatments, in other forms of supplements, but the possibilities that macroalgae has are endless.